Arvoyarns.
The different little communities of the homeless society or community in Philadelphia is a book that, covers the drug world. It covers poverty. I mean, you got the sex trade down there. I mean, you got the gay community down there. You got everybody's preying on everybody, and everybody wants something to chew. How you survive out there and hold on to your sanity, I don't know.
Now, so before it starts getting better in University City.
Yeah, well, yes, it starts getting better in University City because these churches are, let's see, it was 38th and Chestnut, 37th and Chestnut, Spruce Street, there was a church on Locust Street, there was a church on Spruce Street, and people would, and then there was the library, right?
Right.
We would sit around there and people would bring, on the weekend, sandwiches there around noontime. And University of Pennsylvania had a homeless center on 3601 Locust Walk, right? And you learn how to do that with walk 1 foot on the curb, right, and 1 foot on the pavement, and so cars would then not come up on that and just walk and say, okay, this is this street, this is this street.
Curves.
Yeah, and then that way, getting around the 3601 Walnut Street for the shelter wasn't a great big house. I would just ask people, hey, can you help me here? I'm looking for this. And students would help you, or people would help you and say, what's wrong with you? And you didn't smell too bad because you washed up there. You could wash up there.
It's crazy when I encounter homeless people that have a very strong stench to them. It's wild. Like, how fast does that happen? If it's really strong and it's like they're down the street and you can smell it, like how long does it take for that to happen?
That's when they're sleeping in plastic. Okay, because you sweat. You pull this plastic bag up to here. You get the plastic trash bag.
There's no circulation whatsoever.
Right. So then your feet stink, right? And then it gets in your clothes, And so if you don't go someplace and wash and change clothes, or you sleep on a steam vent.
Okay, yeah. I see that. So the steam vent will make that happen.
Yes, yeah. The steam vent smells like sour.
Yeah.
Sour water.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and worse.
And worse, yeah. And worse. So it depends on, and if they're the type of person that wants to clean up every day. Not all of them want to clean up every day.
Right.
It's because they're in a state of depression.
Mm.
Right? You could write a book on the homeless, but if you live there, if you just want to become homeless and see what it was like, but they would know whether you were
Right.
what was going on. But like I said, I was one of the real ones, and I was out there because, trust me, I'm gonna say this. I was hoping I would die. I can see no value in my life once having lost all opportunity to acquire a quality of life that wasn't poor. Okay, because you're from a big family, you don't have very much. You hear the stories about it, but you don't have very much. And most of the parents are waiting for you to get old enough to get your own job, get your own place, so that you'll ease their financial burden if they're good parents.
Right.
Okay. Some parents will just keep a house, and okay, I'm paying the bills here. You got to find your own food. You got to just and there's people do whatever they got to do to get a meal.
Now I want to talk about how you get out of homelessness, but I do also want to ask, like I do wonder, right? Like some homeless people in places that I've lived, they'll be there for decades, but some homeless people will not. What percentage of people would you say were there for longer periods of time, and how many people aren't making it? And like, of course, over the 5 year or the 6 years, I'm sure that you saw that. Like, how much is
Yeah,
that?
there's a turnover.
Yeah,
Well,
what is that like?
those of them that are mentally ill, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even though, I was amazed because they get SSI, which is $600 or $700 a month. At that time, it's $500 a month. But you had to be mentally ill,
Right.
and you ask yourself, well, why are they mentally ill and on the streets and homeless? Right?
That's a good question. That's a good question, Charles.
It costs too much for the city to house them and take care of them, all
Right.
that kind of stuff. Right? So that's what makes them the victims. There are a lot of ones that are mentally ill that would get their check, go to the bank, get all their money, putting it in. People who knew they would wait for them and rob them. Right?
Yeah.
There are guys out there. This is,
Right,
it's a
dog eat
vicious, it's a vicious cycle out there. Right? What percentage make it out? I would say 20%.
20%.
Right, per year. Every year,
Okay.
20% will make it out.
Wow.
Right, because they haven't lost that drive and desire to want to live decently.
How many pass away?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of them do, but they
More than
passed away.
20%?
Yeah, and they, well, I would say about 25%.
Wow.
You may have
about
one
the same
year
amount of people get out
that
as
pass away.
away.
Yeah, a little bit more pass away than get out. And you may have 1 year, I remember 1 year we were out there, about 50 people died in a 3-month period.
Is the winner? What is it? What was that from?
Yeah, it was around between February and May.
Oh, so it's actually getting warmer.
Yeah, but a lot of people out there are ill and don't take care of themselves.
Right.
They walk around pneumonia
Yeah, sure.
for years.
Years.
For years. How I got out, as I was up in University City,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt easier trying to work my way through traffic because I knew the streets up there. Spruce, Locust, Walnut, Chestnut, right? 34th was a long block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the places where they showed me that you could eat at, I could find my way there. And then in the 3400 block, between 34th and 36th on Walnut Street, they had stores and restaurants there. I don't know if they still do it now. And there was that bank. So I could sit there, right, in the wintertime wrapped up, and just ask people, would you give me something to eat or something like that, right? And they would feed me. Sometimes they would give me money, and I would walk. I could make it to the state store, which was at Preston Market. You walk up to 40th Street, keep traveling until and then cross the street, listen for traffic. I was learning how to listen for traffic.
How long did it take you to listen for traffic? Because that takes some fucking balls.
I can't say how long. I would stand there. I'm not as good. I wasn't as good as it then as I am now.
I believe that. Yeah.
Okay. So, and it would take me a long.
And you're 69
time.
now.
Yeah. So it would take me a long time to travel from, let's say, 36 and Walnut to 40th and Market, where the state store was. Then I had to get in there, right?
Wait, 36 and Walnut to, what did you say, 40th and Market? So
40th
that's like
Market.
5 blocks?
Yeah.
6
it
blocks.
Would take a long
So how long is 6 blocks for you? Is that 2 hours?
At least.
2.5 to 3 hours, 6 blocks.
Yeah. because I had to get my courage every now and then. Because crossing Chestnut Street was rough. Yeah, trying to get across Chestnut, I had to make sure I was on the right side of the street. It's in my, you're doing it in your brain.
Yeah, you're doing a lot in your brain.
Okay. You remember what streets like, because good thing I was a carpenter and was in the building construction field. Right? So you know what blocks look like, in your mind. So you know straight lines and curves and all that kind of stuff.
Did you have like a cane of some kind?
No.
What?
No.
So you didn't have a cane. How much does the cane help? I mean, it's just like night and day?
Yes. Because they're cane techniques that make walking easy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make interacting with other pedestrians easy.
I would, believe that.
I don't even pay attention to the fact that you got a cane. So you got the pedestrians driving back, all that kind of stuff. Then they say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and at the corner, you listen for the corner, then you tap somebody because they're standing there trying to flatten you. "Oh, I'm sorry." Then they say, "What does?" And they're, "Oh, you're blind." I said, "Yeah, I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to make it to the corner." That's now, right? But
Sure.
before then, I would just stop and walk along the curb. And I would hit traffic beside me. If somebody was trying to park or something like that, they blow the horn at you trying to park. You say, "Oh,
See, that's crazy because I'm just imagining if I were to see that would. I've never seen a blind person walk without a cane before.
But they're out there.
Right, they're out there in Philadelphia right now.
Right now, their vision is so poor they might as well be blind.
Right.
Arvoyarns.